Welcome to the Daily High. Oh, Bitcoin is up. Yes. Tone, good morning.
Morning. Wow. I woke up and it just like started pumping at around what, maybe 5 a.m. my time. I was deep asleep. So like you missed the big move yesterday, and I certainly missed it today. But let's go and wow, I can't wait to take a look at the charts. It
I can't wait to.
definitely puts things in so much focus now. I think it's great.
I didn't miss the move and I can't wait to talk about it. But we have to start where we always start. And if if this was a real trade, old Matty did not do very well on this short trade that he's on. All right, so I lost 11%, $125. Oh, well, that's easy to do the math on that. I'm back to where I started. P&L wise, to the dollar. Eesh. Tone.
Oh boy, let's see. So I didn't want to make a trade at all. I wanted to stay out of the market. I had to randomly decide up or down with 1% leverage, and I ended up losing $38. So let's say 40. I'm going to penalize myself some extra, and we're going to go to float. Am I still over 1,000? I am not. I am under 1,000 for the first time. So
Oh,
I am
God.
at 985. 985. You are slightly ahead on PNL, and I'm going to leave it there. But this is why I left that stop loss in there.
Yep.
And once again, the trade was, hey, I'm going to short it to the downside. The trade took place right here, by the way. And clearly, the first thing it did was crash down. Now, in reality, had this been a real trade, where do people think I would have taken profit from the short trade? Obviously, I'm shorting the red star candle. So the absolute worst case scenario, I am taking the profit on this short trade. The
Green star
moment
candle.
the green star candle shows up. Exactly. Now, besides that, there was another indication that the short trade should probably be considered ending, and that's when the warning arrow showed up on the MRI, and the candle was super strong right here, followed by more upside. So not only would this have been your stop loss, and by the way, those that have watched my risk management video know that whenever we get one of these expanded range candles, I always put the stop loss in the middle, slightly above the middle since it's a downward candle, versus slightly below the middle on the other one, but basically at the middle of that candle, which also happens to be where the green star candle started to get moving. Also, those of you that watched that video know that whenever I am towards the end of the life of my trade, I always move the stop loss to the top of the prior candle. So it's very possible that this trade would have exited right here at the crossover between the MRI warning candle and the candle after that broke its high. That is another great place for a stop loss. In addition, there was a master stop loss. I'm going to call it master stop loss. This is where you're an idiot for not doing things right, but this is where you need to make sure you trade again at some point in your life. And this is actually where you can flip that trade from a short to a long. I hate flipping trades immediately from a short to a long, but if I was to profit from this short and get out right here, I would have then had enough time to reevaluate my entire situation and then get long again somewhere around this green star candle or the candle after or the break of the highs, because based on MRI, you still had room to go up, but now there is very little room to go up based on the MRI hourly candle. We are at the warning candle, just like the warning candle we had back here. Let me get rid of those guys. And in addition to that, if we move up the scale to a 4 hour scale, I think the MRI here is still good. Still have maybe another day's
Very
worth.
good. Very good.
Let me see where the MRI is. Let me see where the green candle is. The
You'll
MRI is still
see.
loading.
You'll see.
Probably green star right here. Yep, as
Yep.
I guessed. Beautiful green star candle kicks off. in the beginning of the candle. This one is still good, but the daily, man, the daily is running its course. That box that I had, it's over on the weekly scale. I'm going to get to it in a minute. The daily scale is on an MRI warning candle. This is great, actually. This is as perfect of an MRI top as you're going to get, where the top comes in either on the MRI candle or towards the end of the candle before it. This is as clean of a top, creating the most beautiful support level here at 44, and potentially if we go significantly higher, up about 52.5, we can even create a support point around here at 48 to 50,000, 47.5 at worst, which, you know, it doesn't put Bitcoin on the soundest of footing as it goes towards 100K, but it's good enough. You know, it's not quicksand, that's for sure. It's good enough footing, and I'm just gonna, you know, round out the charts here. The allocation chart is fully 100% bullish, but man, if we pop tomorrow to 55,000, I'm so gonna consider taking profit before the weekend. I know I'm gonna go against. I'll probably leave it 100% on the Consensio allocation chart, but just like in my portfolio, I went against the Consensio, got scared, and sold 75% of my position. You know, the day before the Bitcoin ETFs came in. I may do the same on this daily MRI. The weekly MRI is still bullish, but I kind of deleted this line yesterday, but I need to maybe put it there permanently, where, man, did we hit the price of that box prematurely. My God. Ooh, I did not expect that. I'm going to be a little bit, you know, puzzled on what to do if we do end up crossing that $52,500 line on current candle. Wow, this is great. All right, I'm gonna leave it here.
Wait, before I go to my charts, I want to go to the daily time frame. You just reminded me of something my mom used to say to me. Your what is it? Your pennies are, you're burning a hole in your pocket, basically, at this point. Like when that goes up, and I don't know if you know that expression. Maybe that doesn't translate well, but it means you've got the money is coming in and it's burning a hole in your pocket and you want to spend it. Like hitting that blue line there, it's just so tempting to take some profit, right? Because we're up at what, 55,000 or something. My Lord, that is just terrific. But you're going against everything you believe at the, you know, the Bitcoin looks rampant. It's tearing, right. You know? Like,
now you gloated about your trade, how you caught it. Obviously, you guys are going to have to take our word for it. As I said in yesterday's video, I got a bunch of $3 calls on Bitfarms, and it's about to pop over $3.30. Now, you may think that, you know, oh, it's only 30 cents above your strike price, but these calls don't expire until May. And I got them back here when when Bitfarms was at approximately 250. And these were $3 calls, and that's a monster move. So these calls are now up like over 100%. So it didn't take long to get over 100% on this trade, even though the price of Bitfarms is only up like 20%. My calls are up over 100%. And if this thing pops to like $4, they're going to be up like 300%. But that's options trading. It is probably even riskier than leverage futures trading.
Mate, just go back to Bitcoin on the hourly for a second before I go into mine, because I really loved, this is a TA show. This is a show for traders, and let's just do some Bitcoin education for a second on the hourly time frame. And look at that, and I want to review the trade that you put on yesterday because it's lovely. That the blue line and where we entered the trade, it dropped right there. You were risking 0.5% is all you're risking on a no leverage trade. So you had a defined stop loss. The move, it went immediately to your advantage, okay? And I know you. If you were already up more than you were willing to risk on the trade, you would have already moved your stop loss to, at worst, 100%. The start of the next candle, all right? And then as it dropped again, you had on the second 1 hour, the second hour after your trade, you might have already, I reckon on that, that where that blue line is, you've called the trade. And at that point, whether or not you go long or not is debatable, but at least you had a plan. So there was nothing wrong with going short on this. It was a very, very high probability risk reward trade because you weren't risking a lot. Then you had plenty of time to read. You had 2 hourly green star MRI candles, which you could have picked from to get back into this trade. But at worst, where your stop loss broke on the original downside trade, if you were staring at your computer and you were trading functionally, you would have entered on that same position. It's just it's money for jam, as I said yesterday. Do you have any thoughts on that, Tone?
No, other than what I generally like to do in a situation of a green star that follows a green star at approximately the same price, but a slightly higher price, without going without creating any serious problems, is double down. Okay. Now, this red star candle might have thrown a slight wrench into my plan. So had I gone long on the green star candle, the question is, would I have exited right here near the lows of the red star candle? And the answer is maybe. Maybe. I don't know what I would have done. But if I go long on this green star candle and I don't exit the trade on a red star candle, I'm doubling down that trade on the second green star candle. Now, the other option is I enter the long trade on a green star candle, and like an idiot, I exit that trade as a break even. Let's say break even. I doubt it would be a losing trade. I exited as a break even literally on the last lowest possible tick, like right there. Just as I drew this blue line is just above the low, right? So this is the worst possible time to cut your losses for a break-even trade. I would then, but I'm a day trader, right? Like this is which I don't like to do. I would have still gone long on this green star candle. And now again, it's 50-50 whether this position would have been the same exact size as my original position or double the size as my original position, because I am so much more confident in the bullishness of the chart on this green star candle than I am on this green star candle, even though that's a lower trade. And that's what people need to understand. The breakout trade is so much safer than the reversal trade.
And there's so much to it as well. And why that red star candle would have been a threat. The fact that we came back up and retested the breakout point. Yeah, I would have, if in the moment, I would not have been feeling good about that red star candle there. So I completely agree that getting a break-even stop there is absolutely fine. But ultimately, if you were doing no leverage trading from where that blue line is down to where the low was previously, and that's what I wonder what that measured move would be if it was from there down to the bottom. If with no leverage, what is that? From here? Yeah, that's like it's probably less than a 3% move, like 2% move or something. Do you know? So
the next movement average, probably 2.5.
Down to where the bottom. It's 2%. So it's 2% down there, right? To the moving average to making a new lower low, in this swing low there. I mean, that's in a non-leveraged position. That's an acceptable risk reward again. So you might not have been spooked out of that position. There's many ways you could have gone with it. But that's what traders are looking at every single day. This is a beautiful example of flipping. This is not coin flipping. Oh, I'm long, I'm short, I'm long, I'm short. This is tactical. This is TA at its essence right here. All right, I'll go to the charts if you like, Tone.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I'm really excited to bring you these charts because I'll just close. Oh no, we're dropping. We're going to zero. Shit. Let me just bring up alpha for a second. I got a couple of things to show you today. So in what am I on? 15 minutes. I'll go to the 4-hour time frame. Let me gather my thoughts. I'm that excited. All right. So in yesterday's show, when we did it, the price was about where this blue line is right here. And I went short in my mock trade. And I said, because right here is liminal space. We're in exactly the same position here as we were in yesterday. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's in the essence of forming that topping pattern where it can either go down or up. And that's a liminal space. I said we went from liminal space. I missed this move and we've gone back to liminal space with a 2K gap in between. This is what I said in yesterday's show. I said I wasn't interested in going long right here about this blue line where we did the show yesterday because we had come up so high. And I said, I want to see at least one of either two things, either a break higher of 50, and then I would get in the same place as the tone stop loss was in that position, or I want to see it come down and retest at least the 30 simple moving average. I said it in yesterday's show. We did that. We came back down, and I put this in the range of coming down. And in fact, it inspired me that we didn't come all the way down to retest it. The fact that we responded off it was very, very exciting for me. And then when I saw that the MRI green star candle was going to come in on the 4 hour, that was one of the things I looked at. I was looking at the higher time frames, the fact that the daily time frame was yeah, we had the drop and we were coming back down. That's not the one I was looking for. The fact that the weekly, is looking so prime at this point. The fact that it's only in the second, the green star candle on the MRI, I was very excited about that. But ultimately, I went back to the 15-minute time frame and I looked at the same thing I spoke about in yesterday's show, which I'm really stoked to show you back-to-back shows because you'll already have the background if you watched yesterday's show. I was looking for one of my pink diamond signals here. This blue line, I front run it. Okay, so if I can build a bot that can outperform me, then I don't know. I front run it, right? But I got the same position, $100,000 long from right here at this blue line. I had a initial stop loss down here at 49,333 because I thought that if we've come back up, we've come down, we've come back up, I'm going to go long here. If we come back down below here, I'm not interested anymore. So my initial stop loss was actually quite near to the price. And then almost immediately we burst through it and I was absolutely stoked. This, where my indicator would have gone long, it unfortunately got the exact top of the candle. But as you can see here, 2%, that's 20% with a 10x move. The bot still made you 20%. It's another 20% gain for the indicator, which I'm absolutely rapt with. We are racking these up. So we're now, of 20 trades, we're now 15 with 5 losers since I created the indicator. But in the real world, I'm $100,000 long from right here. Another terrific trade. Didn't miss it. Got it.
Right. Now just want to make sure, like this particular bot, the mid frequency bot,
yeah,
it will be available to people, right? So you're not just like hyping something up that's fictional. This will be available and available for free for people that have the ability to sign up to certain exchanges. And I know not everyone in every jurisdiction can.
Yeah, it's a free bot, totally free, and there's no subscription service. There's nothing. We use affiliate marketing, so I get paid by the exchange. It doesn't cost you any more than if you were to trade by yourself. Everyone's using an exchange. Just sign up with my affiliate links and you get the bot for free. I'm really excited to bring you the bot. It's been killing it.
But is that bot available? Is that bot available yet or not yet?
No, it's
that bot's not available yet, right? No. Okay, but it will be soon.
Yeah, I mean, if there's somebody watching with a large amount of money that wants to chip in the cost that it takes for developers to build these things on the back end, I'm all ears. But otherwise, I'm doing it by myself with my team, and it takes a long time to get things done. So that's
you have a borderline ETA for that mid-frequency bot, maybe a month, 2 months for public release.
We've got a couple of things on the list that are priority before it, which is bringing Blackbox to 2-bit and having the big promotional launch, which is going to be, I just can't tell you about it yet, but it's going to be, it's a really, really terrific promotion, and it's going to be, I'll talk about when it comes, right? But it's coming. And once we've got the 2 exchanges done, we're going to, then the next phase is to, bring out the new bot. It's going to be great.
All right. So a couple of months.
The team, my part's done. My part's done. That's all I can say. And I'm using it right now. It's been great for me. And I can't wait to bring it to you guys for free. It's going to be great. And it's actually going to be multiple bots because we'll have one bot, like the same technology. One will be a 100% rollover in every position. So if you start with $1,000, you make 20%, your next trade's with 1,200, and it just rolls over, rolls over, rolls over. And that bot, you could choose to have no leverage in it if you wanted to. So to limit a massive 20%, 20%. The other bot is going to be, you have a starting capital, you make 20%, you take 20% and puts it into your account, and you just use the same starting capital every trade. But you've got leverage on that bot. So it's actually 2 bots that are coming, and you can define which bot you want to use. Brilliant. It's great stuff.
Cool.
Awesome.
All
Well,
right.
go for it.
Anything else we should cover? I want to see what the S&P 500 futures market is doing this morning.
Definitely.
I have not seen that yet. Let me sneak a peek here.
Looks good.
Wow, look at the MRI calling the top on the stock market, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I warned people yesterday or the day before, hey, watch out. This could be the weekly top for the market. And it's looking decent this morning. Again, 1 to 4 candle correction. Clearly, the first candle of the downturn of the correction was the MRI top candle. If we close green today, and then we have another, if we kick off Friday, sorry, so today's Wednesday. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Oh, yeah,
super
shit.
early in the morning here. And if we start trading up on Thursday, then the 1 to 4 candle correction is over, and this stock market is even more resilient. So that's all I have to say about that. I already mentioned Bitfarms. That's my trade in addition to Bitcoin. That's my only other position. I'm holding the Bitcoin ETFs, and I'm holding call options on Bitfarms. I was a little scared of entering my other favorite publicly traded miner. That's why you only see 2 publicly traded miners on my ETF list, because I just want to keep an eye on them. CleanSpark crushed earnings. I'm like, man, why didn't I buy these call options instead? But Bitfarms is finally catching up. But you can see CleanSpark is above the MRI resistance line. It's above prior swing high. Bitfarms is definitely lagging, significantly lagging, right? If you compare the two, I mean, if they were in sync, Bitfarms would be up at $4 by now. That's where it is compared to CleanSpark. I went with Bitfarms. Wish I've gone with CleanSpark. I would be up a lot more. But hey, it's okay. Any significantly winning trade is a good trade. Those are my only 2 positions in my actual live real money trading account. I'm holding mostly the Fidelity ETF, a little bit of the iShares BlackRock ETF, mostly Fidelity, and call options on Bitfarms, which are now in the money. So let's see how the rest of the week goes. I may be taking some profit, making sure that I'll sell like 30-40% of all the options I'm holding. And that makes it a completely break-even trade. I still have plenty of time. I may or may not hold it through earnings, and I may or may not hold it through the halving. And the fact that the halving is coming around the same time as earnings will make implied volatility skyrocket for those that understand options trading. And if you don't, there's an educational video on my website. Yeah.
Tony, can you check out MSTR? I'm interested what MSTR is looking like right now.
MSTR is doing better than Bitfarms, relatively speaking. It is above the MRI resistance line. Funny how every one of them has an MRI resistance line around near the top of the prior swing high. It has broken it. It has broken your modified SAR as well. Yeah. And it's still halfway on the MRI counts. But MSTR is looking strong. It is at an all-time, is it? It is not at an all-time high. Wow, okay. It is at a multi-year high, but it mimics Bitcoin, and it's looking good.
It looks good. Looks good. Awesome. Let's call it.
All right.
I have to do the board.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that now.
Hey, man, one more screw up by us, and we're both going to be back at 0 after like a month of trading. This is not good.
Not going to happen. Let's 1 second.
Dude, I don't know what trade to put on for tomorrow.
Jesus.
Oh, you didn't have your headphones. I said, I don't know what trade to put on for tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I have no idea.
I'm in a worse position than I was yesterday. Like yesterday, I said I don't want to make a trade at all. I want to sit back and think. And today makes it even more challenging. Now, if this was tomorrow, it would be easier, right? Because tomorrow there is a daily MRI top, and today, 1 hour from now, is a 1 hour MRI top. So right now, I'm equally as puzzled as yesterday. After I made that no leverage trade and I randomly guessed the short side because I just wanted to stay away from trading yesterday. I wish I randomly guessed the upside, but now it makes it even trickier to go long because of the move we just had in the last 5 hours. So I will decide in the next 30 seconds what I'm doing, and let's take a look at I'll do it on my screen share then.
Okay, I'll do it offline here.
You do it offline.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open up my 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart is already on an MRI top. Oh wow! Oh, we flip. It's 8 a.m. New York time. So we are on an MRI top on a 1 hour scale. What's up?
What's our price?
The price is 51
580.
580. 51 580. Oh, 589. Let's do round numbers. It's a 51 5. Let's do 51 56. 51,600. Sorry, 51,600. It's in the 90s.
Okay.
So 51 600.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, you're done? Okay. Yeah. I am. This is so fucking hard. Man, I think these ETFs are really driving the market higher, but there is an hourly MRI. I wish this was like a 3-hour trade or like a 5-hour trade instead of a 24-hour trade.
Quit stalling. Put your trade in.
I'm leaving it. No leverage. 1 sell. Done.
You fucking pussy. I'm ready to rock. I'm jacked.
What are you doing?
I'm jacked to the tits.
I have no idea if you're gonna go long or short. What are you doing?
5x leverage long.
Wow. Wow.
I'm ready to win this whole thing or lose it.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
I'll walk you through what I was thinking. I don't know. And I would rather be rooting for Bitcoin. And I know we've gone up so far. I didn't even look at the charts. I just thought Bitcoin is a steamroller. Get out of its way. That's all I thought.
Look, I'll explain tomorrow what I was thinking, but it's basically we're so close to a daily MRI top, and I'm ready to, I guess, go short with higher leverage of the MRI top. And now I just wanna, wait for tomorrow's trade. So because I'm just waiting for tomorrow's trade, it's again no leverage, coin flip, long or short. Decided to stay with the short because my real positions are making good money long. Yeah. So are you, but you're like, screw it. There's no stopping this trade. You go in long, and just in my professional experience of 20 years, every time I ever said, screw it, there's no stopping this train, I'm going full-blown long at the end of FOMO, has been the most disastrous trades of my entire life. So I have learned from those lessons. And that's why I'm sticking with a 1x short on a pullback, and then I'll reset my entire trading scheme once the daily MRI plays itself out.
I have learned nothing, but please like and subscribe this show. Share it with your friends. We're getting over 2,000 views a show, which is just blowing my mind. I've got a trader talks coming up this week. I've locked in a great guest. You're going to love that. Please use the affiliate links below. You can sign up now if you want to, even though the bots are coming. You can sign up. It's the same process. Doesn't matter. Sign up if you want to use the bots in the future. Great exchanges. Tone, it's been a pleasure, mate. See you tomorrow. Can't wait.